We kick off this tri-destination adventure in São Paulo, the bustling heart of South America. Diving into the rich local cuisine and unwinding in style with a local friend as our guide, soaking up the iconic sights of the largest city on the continent.
Heading to the coast, we embark on a thrilling four-wheel drive adventure across Ilhabela, a paradise island. Here we revel in its stunning natural beauty and relax on its gold sandy beaches.
Before immersing ourselves in the vibrant local history and culture during the Festa Junina festival.
Our journey culminates in stunning Rio de Janeiro, one of the most beautiful cities on the planet. We marvel at its wonder of the world, Christ the Redeemer, climb the iconic Selarón steps, and soak in the breathtaking UNESCO World Heritage landscape of Pão de Açúcar, or Sugarloaf Mountain, finishing up on the majestic Copacabana and Ipenema beaches for a magnificent sunset. Join us in Brazil, São Paulo, Ilhabela, and Rio de Janeiro.
We continue from our last adventure, where we dove into the awe-inspiring beauty of the must-see Iguazu Falls.
Alright, but Chicky, where are we?
São Paulo.
And what are we going to do today?
I'm actually not sure. We're gonna have lunch, I know, and meet up with Anna. Anna's about to pick us up, and then I'm not sure after that.
What are we doing today, Francesco? Do you know?
Oh, we're going for lunch soon, then we go to the Pico de Jaraguá.
Which is the peak of the Jaguar?
Jaraguá, no. Nice. We're going to have like a little walk.
Yeah.
Walk like up so straight. We're going to these steps.
Yeah.
It's probably nice, good sometimes. Get out to Anna's house.
Sounds great. I've had like 5 hours sleep. Let's do it. So what was the name of your caipirinha, Francesco? Testing his Portuguese now. Yeah.
Dois não brigam.
And that means?
When you have three, two don't fight.
There you go. That's fair enough.
Very good Portuguese.
What was your name?
Yeah.
It was Sete Virtudes. So the 7 virtues, and it's got cashew in it. Look, that's a cashew right there.
That's cashew?
That's an actual cashew.
It's a pickle.
So this is Anna, our tour guide.
Hi there. How good.
Where are we, Anna?
Okay, so this place is called Santa Fe, and if you like to eat and like to eat meat, this is the place you must go, because here it has something called cupim. And what is a cupim? Cupim is basically a meat from a breed of bull that is a Brazilian breed. So is the back part of the bull. He has like, how can I say?
It's like a hump. A hump.
A hump on this part, and the meat of cupim is on that part. So it's basically a meat filled up with fat and happiness. So that's why you must try it. It's really good, really good.
And this is, you're saying this is the #1 place to get the cupim.
Exactly, exactly. Because they choose the right meat here. That's a marbled meat, so it has a lot of fat. So if you come to São Paulo, you must get here. Excellent. So it's Santa Fe. That's the name.
Muito obrigado. Excited, Cheeky? Cheese.
Cheese.
We have a bit more cheese.
So we're in Jaraguá State Park here in São Paulo. It's a UNESCO appointed place, which is a biosphere, a part of the greenbelt here in São Paulo to create green spaces within the city area. We're here to get some fantastic views of the city of São Paulo. Let's check it out.
Hey! 1,135 meters above sea level. We're at the highest point above the largest city in South America, São Paulo. Yay! São Paulo is a pulsating megacity, home to over 12 million people, making it the largest city in the Southern Hemisphere. Its diverse population speaks more than 200 languages, creating a rich tapestry of cultures and traditions. You look like a pirate.
See? Hi. You see the eye patch?
What's his name?
Loro.
Loro.
It's a Brazilian name for parrot. And that's it.
Loro.
Oh, it's cool one.
Oh, look at you.
It's beautiful.
Oh, look.
Yum, yum, yum.
Miranda's gonna cry. You look kind of scared.
Oh, he likes it. Look, his tail.
Yeah.
And then you can see like there's like a blue building.
Okay.
And then behind it, there's like a temple.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the Salomon's temple in São Paulo. Like they did a temple inspired on the Salomon's one.
Alright, that's where we were earlier on today.
After traveling for many months, we enjoy some downtime at Anna's apartment while she prepares for us an outstanding meal, allowing us to sample many of the typical foods of Brazilian culture.
Hope it's good.
Beautiful.
Mysterious stuffed bread.
Yes.
I like
Mysterious.
Rat food.
It's a mystery.
Rat food. Peri moleque.
Yes. Red food, that's a translation.
This is
Prestigio roll. Butter condensed.
This is Anna's creation. Thank you, Anna. Muito obrigado.
Beautiful.
I have to have you here.
All right, Anna, where are we?
Alright, so it's a churrascaria. It's called Vivano. It's another amazing place. So Churrascaria is basically a place where you go. It's an amusement park for adults that like to eat. So we have like this entire aisle of buffet. So here's like the veggies and everything that you can choose and pick. And like over there, come here with me, please. Please, smile. Big one. Over here, have fun with all the Japanese food. So you can choose what you want. And also, it's not over yet. Look at this, look at this. Over here is the pasta aisle. So you can choose what you want and do your own pasta here. So it's really good, it's really good.
Lovely, love it. And the meat. What about the meat? How does that work?
So the meat, if you see there are like some guys coming over, so they're going to bring the meat on your table.
Nice.
And you can just pick and eat and be happy with that.
Awesome.
So it's really good.
Muito obrigado.
Of course, of course. I'll grab for you.
Okay, cool.
Vou pegar pra ele. You want to também, por favor.
Pedacinho ou dois pedacinhos?
Pedacinho.
So we're here at the Iparanga Museum in São Paulo, Brazil, and it was built in 1895 to showcase Brazil's history and its independence. And if you come on Wednesdays, it's free. Woo.
Housed in a stunning neoclassical palace, Museu do Iparanga marks the site where Brazil's independence was declared in 1822. This historic gem is not just an architectural marvel, but also a treasure trove of over 125,000 artifacts that chronicle Brazil's rich history.
Probably the most famous painting in this building here is behind me. It's called Independence or Death, and it's used to showcase Dom Pedro's cry of independence in 1822. It's actually commissioned or completed in 1888 in Florence, Italy.
The following day, we drive out to the São Paulo state coastline to the island of Ilhabela, which literally translates to beautiful island. Our evening arrival allowed us to take in some of the immediate local sites and to rest up early for a big four-wheel drive Jeep adventure the following day.
we're here in Ilhabela, which is in the state of São Paulo, and it's a beautiful island, literally. That's what it means. We are going to explore it today by Jeep, four-wheel drive Jeep. So only 15% of the island is inhabited. So we're going to explore some of those other parts of the island that's not inhabited. Maybe do some swimming and checking out some natural sights.
Also mix some religions. If you see that one, the lady that looks like Galadriel, you know, so that one is the Brazilian god Iemanjá, and she is known for being the god of the ocean in Brazil.
So we're at Cachoeira da Usina, which used to be the hydroelectric plant for the area. So they've closed that down due to environmental concerns, but the cascades still stay here. They are pretty impressive, although we're in the dry season right now, so any waterfalls we see right now would be way more impressive in the wetter season. So we're at the Parque Estadual Ilhabela, which is the kind of like a state park or a regional park here. We go past a series of natural pools like this one here. This one's 3 meters deep, so this is the deepest of those pools. Opportunity for swimming as well. Anna just ran in. She slipped and ran right in. So behind us here we have Praia Castellana, which is the longest beach in the island. So it's 1 kilometer long. We're about to head down there very, very shortly. We've got some coves around the corner here which were used by pirates and also slave traffickers when slave trafficking became illegal. And when the royal ships came past and saw the slave traffickers, they would actually bomb the ships with the slaves on there. So not only killing the captors, but also all the slaves as well. In World War II, the British had a naval ship hidden around the corner here. And we also have 14 islands in the background there, which we'll see from the beach. And those 14 islands have about 150 inhabitants. The park itself has about 200 inhabitants. We're actually dropping 2 people off to a village very shortly. And the park actually has a limit of 40 vehicles per day to come through here. So only four-wheel drive Jeeps can get through here, but only up to 40 per day. So this is one of the more common weeds that you find in Brazil here, sugarcane, which was introduced for the booming sugar industry, still a huge industry in Brazil, which is led to their national drink, the Cachaça, which you have in the caipirinha, the national cocktail. So they actually create a Cachaça here, and I think we're going to try one later on. I'm not sure it's the one that he was talking about. That is considered one of the best Cachaças in Brazil, and it's even more expensive than whiskey.
Garlic tree.
Oh wow.
So the smell of garlic comes from this tree here.
Ah. Yeah, that's the garlic tree right there. You can smell it. It's delicious. So these are all the ones that have lost their plates getting stuck at the beach. Going for a little bit of a walk right now up to a lookout just up here. Apparently looking down to the beach, you can see a shape that resembles a heart. So the beach is shaped kind of like a heart. Find out when we get up there. How's it, Dashiki?
It's paradise.
How is it, guys? You enjoying it? Beautiful.
Awesome.
There you go. Saúde. Look at that. All right. Cool. Obrigado. cold.
The beauty and seclusion of Castellanos Beach had us ponder if this could actually be the best beach in the state of Sao Paulo.
After a tour, we returned back to civilization, preparing ourselves for the night's main event, the annual Festa Junina celebrations. Music, dancing, food, drinks, and overall good times in typical Brazilian festival fashion.
So what's this one called, Anna?
Quinto.
Quinto, and what's in it?
So it's basically cachaça, ginger, and clover. It's really, really strong.
It is very strong.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
And where are we right now? What is this festival?
So, I don't know all the details, but this one, this crazy party here, is a Junina party, and we do to celebrate the month of June. Why? I don't know. We like parties. That's why. So that's it.
Nice.
The dolls are the dolls of Olinda, boneco de Olinda. So it's a tradition from the north of Brazil. And that's all I know.
Obrigado. Francesco knows. What is it, Francesco?
What?
Inspired by the midsummer
festivals. The harvest festivals.
in Europe.
In Europe, yeah.
Portuguese border here.
Yeah. Except it's not summer, is it? It's winter. Midwinter festival.
Makes sense, right?
Festa Junina, a vibrant and joyous festival, has its roots in Portugal and was brought to Brazil by Portuguese colonizers in the 16th century. This celebration, originally honoring the saints and summer solstice, evolved into a beloved Brazilian tradition even in their wintertime.
In São Paulo, the festival has flourished, blending European customs with local influences to create a unique spectacle. The state lights up every June with colorful costumes, lively folk dances, and mouth-watering traditional foods, making Festa Junina an unmissable celebration of culture and community. We will put it on our list to find out where the biggest and best Junina celebrations in Brazil are for our next return to this festive nation.
So Francesco, did you get bitten yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's our last day in Ilhabela and our last day with Francesco and Anna.
Oh, you're so sad.
It's very sad. Miranda and I are heading to Rio de Janeiro today, and we've got a couple of days there before we actually fly back home to New Zealand. So it is the end of our 4-month journey after that in South America and the USA, of course. We're going to have a little walk around Ilhabela this morning. The weather's actually nice, which is cool, finally. So we're going to explore a little bit of the old historic centre. Reminds me of last night. Except it's a little bit more threatening than the end of the machete. So this is the Cachaça from the islands. Obrigado.
Essa aí é com o quê? Essa aqui é pro Rondó?
Essa envelhecida 2 anos no Hamburano.
I like that one.
So
That's
this
good.
one is 2 years old, Hamburano.
Isso.
What's it? Barril. You know the English name?
Bay.
Bay. Yeah.
Eles Baís.
Aonde que tá?
The barrel Baís.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the passion fruit cachaça.
Essa frutada é mais gelada. Quanto mais gelada, melhor.
So this one that has like fruits on it is good for you to try it when it's iced. It's better.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, it'd be refreshing on a hot day. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. And the brand is Toca. Toca.
Esse é Toca.
Ah, nice.
The good stuff. You can say that.
So the name of this amazing store is Churrascaria, and it's on the historical center of Ilhabela. So come here because it's really good. The quality here is amazing.
Obrigado.
Oh.
I'm going to try some cheeses as well. Got some smoked cheese here. Oh, that is good. I like that. So this is a guava cream, and it's got reduced sugar, which is hard to come by in Brazil. Ooh. That's an interesting taste.
That's what came into
It's like creamy fruit, right? Dulce de leche with coffee, you're just saying. Okay.
And this brand, Roca, I know this brand. It's really good.
It's good?
Essa Roca aí é boa.
Em segundo lugar, como o melhor desses no Brasil.
It's a good blend. It's a good blend.
Yeah.
Dulce de leche and coffee.
It breaks the sweet.
Yeah, it does. It breaks the sweet. Also, energy kick. So I'm going to try a cachaça with canela, which is cinnamon. This one here. So many different kinds.
Yes.
Okay. Obrigado.
Essa de rapadura com canela, viu?
Ah, rapadura? So that was rapadura with cinnamon. So, thank you. Yeah.
Oh.
Forte.
That's good.
Do you want to try rapadura with cinnamon?
Rapadura. It's that one up there. Okay.
Do you know what rapadura is?
No, what is rapadura?
Rapadura is basically the raw sugar from the sugar cane. So they call it rapadura in Brazil.
Nice. Yum. I like it. So this is cachaça green grape.
Essa aqui nem novinha.
Não, porque ela
não deve vida
não.
Oh wow. I like that.
Good, right?
It's almost like bubble gum.
Eu vou levar esse aqui.
So our guide was saying yesterday that these cannons here were installed to protect the island against pirates. So this building across the road here is where they used to process the whale oil. And this one over here is where they used to process slaves as well back in the day. And the park across the road is where they used to hold the slave auctions. So Brazil itself actually had the largest number of slaves out of all the colonies. In fact, Brazil is home to the largest amount of people with African ancestry outside of Africa in the world. Slavery was so big, the country was founded on slavery, and it only was abolished in 1888, making it one of the last places in the world to abolish slavery. In fact, slavery still ran up until the 1920s here in the country, so it's pretty horrifying, but that's the history, unfortunately. Upon leaving the island, we drove almost 3 hours to the city of São Sebastião dos Campos, where we said farewell to Francesco and Anna before boarding a 5-hour coach to the world-famous Rio de Janeiro. Alright, one last video for our very last place on the trip. We are in Rio de Janeiro. What do you think, Chicky?
It is a beautiful big room. More
Yes,
space
that's it.
than we need, and it's amazing.
Not that you'll be able to see it right now, but Copacabana Beach is right out there. Oh no, you can see it. There is the ocean. Look at that. We got
beach
views. Yeah.
So for our only day in Rio, we've decided to book a tour that pretty much takes us to the highlights of Rio, which is Sugarloaf Mountain and Christ the Redeemer, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world, among other things as well. Watching us intently from the balcony, we spotted some marmosets. These tiny and adorable primates are known for their distinctive tufted ears and high-pitched calls. They are fascinating creatures that are highly social, often forming close-knit family groups, and have an incredible ability to leap up to 5 meters or 16 feet to reach branches on trees.
So our first site today is Christ the Redeemer. We're just about to enter the Tijuca National Park, but before we do, we're stopped here at a little museum that they have here that talks about the protection of the forests here in Rio de Janeiro and the national park itself. It'd be crazy to imagine the landscape that Rio has if it was devoid of these beautiful national forests and national parks that it has in the area here. It goes back to 1861, the protection itself, and that was because they noticed that the logging of the forest in the area was leading to the degradation of the soils and also the river systems here, so they were well ahead of their times when they did that. We have great biodiversity here in the area, including those cute little marmosets that we saw just before, so it's very important. And also as well, it leads to Rio de Janeiro being known as one of the most beautiful cities in the world, having this beautiful natural landscape in its backdrop. Alrighty, so we've arrived. We are at Cristo Redentor, or Christ the Redeemer, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Let's go see Jesus. Alright, there he is. There's Jesus. Over 700 meters above sea level. Right there, his left arm stretched out to the south of the city and right arm stretched out to the north of the city. Right in the center of the city here, kind of like welcoming you to Rio de Janeiro.
Boasting a breathtaking height of 30 meters or 98 feet, equivalent to a 13-story building, it was declared a wonder of the world in 2007 for its awe-inspiring blend of artistry, engineering, and cultural significance, symbolizing universal peace and acceptance amidst the stunning vistas of Rio de Janeiro. Not accepting this message of peace are the capuchin monkeys, who regularly fleece tourists for their food and belongings.
We're now at the front of the Maracanã Stadium, the most famous stadium here in Brazil. It was built for the 1950 Olympics, and during the final between Brazil and Uruguay, unfortunately Brazil lost that match, they had almost 200,000 people here in attendance, making it the largest capacity out of any soccer stadium in the world, or football stadium I should say. So this one here, it was remodeled for the 2014 Olympics, and it only holds 78,000 people now because of safety standards in 2014. So you can only imagine what it would have been like in the 1950s when they actually held the big match here with 200,000 odd people. Absolutely insane. So I'm here in front of the Samba Dome, and this is where the big samba performances take place during Rio's Carnival, the largest party in the world every single year. It kind of brings back memories for me. I was back here in 2014 during Carnival, and it was absolutely crazy. They have 24 different samba schools, all based in the different favelas or slums around Rio. So they basically compete with each other to perform here at the Carnival, and only the 2 best get to perform. Each year they have a different theme, and this year, because of the passing of the soccer player Pelé, the theme was the life of Pelé. So it was basically throughout his life, different stages in the festival, and obviously means a lot to the Brazilian people, Pelé being kind of like their king. So yeah, it was pretty cool and pretty awesome to see with no people. It's very different. So this is the Cathedral São Sebastião, which is the patron saint of Rio de Janeiro, and it was built in 1979 to receive Pope John Paul II, and it's built in a very distinct pyramid shape. The locals say it's quite ugly on the outside, but beautiful on the inside, which is how we're supposed to be. We're gonna go check it out on the inside and see what it looks like. So we are here on the Selarón steps in Lapa, a part of Rio de Janeiro, and this is actually where I stayed last time I was here, and I remember distinctly during Carnival that they had live music and parties here on the steps the whole time. It was pretty amazing. It's named after an artist, George Selarón, who actually designed the steps and made famous by Snoop Dogg during the early 2000s for his video Beautiful. So we are here at Pão de Açúcar, or Sugarloaf Mountain as it's known in English, and it's known as Sugarloaf because during the colonial times this was the main export from Brazil, sugarcane. So they used to pile the sugar here in these sort of mounds that resemble the mountains that we're currently on, or the monoliths that we're currently on, and they called it the Sugarloaf Mountain. Behind me you can actually see the original cable car, the very first cable car in Brazil. So it was built in 1912 by the Germans. And then the follow-up to that, so that's this one right here, the follow-up to that. The second cable car behind me here was built by the Italians in 1972, and it's famous because it was in the James Bond movie Moonraker with Roger Moore. So that's the second one. And the third one is the one that we just took up. We're going to do a little bit of exploring around the top of this granite monolith, and we'll get some great views of Rio de Janeiro. There, Miranda?
I got some acai from a place called Oakberry, and we got what's called the works, so it has all the toppings on it.
And acai?
It's from the Amazon.
So it's a superfruit, right?
Yeah, superfruit. That's
super healthy with all those extra toppings.
Let's go.
Excellent. What do you think of the acai? Delicious? Very sweet. Lots of sugar. There, the chicky.
Havaianas.
Brand new Havaianas.
Taking the cable car to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain is a must-do for any trip to Rio de Janeiro. Aside from admiring its engineering feat, the views are absolutely breathtaking, with the final viewpoint being what we believe is the best in all of Rio de Janeiro. We would love to know if there is actually a better one for our next visit, if there's anyone who knows Rio's best kept secrets.
Alright, so we're on top of Pão de Açúcar, Sugarloaf Mountain, and behind us there we can see Copacabana and Ipenema beaches. So we are on the world famous Copacabana beach. We're actually heading right now to a place called Pedra do Apoado. I think is how it's pronounced anyway, but it's supposed to be the most beautiful spot for sunset, and it sits on pretty much the edge between Ipenema and Copacabana Beach. So we're gonna walk down there now and hopefully get a spectacular sunset. So I got the obligatory last caipirinha of the trip while we chill out and walk down Copacabana Beach. Alright, so we're entering up to Pedra do Corredor, which is the #1 spot in Rio for sunset. We've got the beautiful Ipenema beach behind me here. And I've got the Caipirinha, Maracuya. They're serving drinks all over the beach. This is an amazing atmosphere. Absolutely stunning.
We couldn't think of a more iconic way to not only say farewell to Rio de Janeiro and Brazil, but the whole continent of South America, which we had just spent 4 months exploring. Sunset on Ipenema Beach, not just iconic, but breathtaking.
End of the road, Chicky.
The road. It's bittersweet, really.
4 months on the road.
It's traveling, and we're officially heading home to New Zealand today. Well, technically tomorrow. It's going to be a long travel.
And we've got how long transiting in Santiago?
10.5 hours.
Fun.
She can't leave the international lounge, so I have to go out and check both our bags.
Why don't you tell them about how I almost missed the flight? I didn't get the flight.
Let him through because he's Australian and needs a visa to get into Chile, so we had to try and explain to them you don't need a visa to transit. He's not leaving the international lounge. But I think they got kind of confused because they're like, well, what are you going to do with his bag? And I was trying to tell them, I'm going to take the bags, I'm going to go through immigration, take the bags, and check them in under my own name into our Lantan flight. And then eventually they got it and then let us in. So.
Fun. Yeah, we've got a long transit in Santiago, like 10 hours. Nice.
Flying high over the Andes Mountains, almost retracing our steps, we returned back to the airport hub where our South American adventure began.
With such a long layover at the Santiago airport, we decided to treat ourselves at the Latam Transit Lounge.
Cool, let's walk through. Welcome to the biggest lounge in South America. Latam Premium Lounge. Some of the goods. Look at this. All buffet style, or buffet as they say. Fresh orange juice here. Wine. Fully stocked bar. Charcuterie board. And of course snacks. We'll now grab some of these to the road.
This is the lounge.
Join me on one last South American adventure in the next video as I meet up with my dad for a project in Chile.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed our content, please like and subscribe.
And we'd love if you could leave us a comment, letting us know what you've enjoyed or what you'd like to see more of.
And help us grow our channel. Become part of the Global Travel Stories family by sharing with friends, family, or anyone you think would enjoy our content. Thanks, guys.